Hi, and welcome back to Dirty Brains Garage. I hope all you guys had a great Easter. Here in Kentucky, it was approximately 70 degrees on Easter Day. Instead of the traditional one, we ended up, we did a big cookout. We have some neighbors that are like family to us. So we both joined forces, big old cookout, big Easter egg hunt for the kids, you know, very, very good time. I got a little too much sun that day, but oh well, that is what it is. Anyway, so today what we got going on here, instead of your typical lawnmower, we're going to do some work on a string trimmer here. This is a Stihl FS55R trimmer. And like every other trimmer on earth, it's plagued with carburetor issues. Now, as far as, you see me do multiple videos on carburetors. I consider myself pretty good on rebuilding the carburetor. Push mowers, ride mowers, and whatnot. These right here, not so much. I've tried and I've tried. I usually have a success rate of maybe 1 in 10 when doing these carburetors, and it's to the point that it's not worth it to me anymore. Last year, I actually worked on a trimmer very similar to this for a good friend of mine, and I bought the entire kit from Stihl with the diaphragms and whatnot, cleaned it as spotless as I could. I just couldn't get it to run. I had the carburetor apart about, 7, 8 times, cleaning this, cleaning that, and I just wasn't having any luck with it. And finally I told him, I said, look, I can't, I don't have a day to waste playing with this carburetor. We're gonna have to replace it. So at that point, I was watching videos also as far as people, rebuilding them and showing you what's going on with them. And one thing I found kind of interesting on these carburetors, I cannot confirm or deny this, but some of them, I believe they're actually, when they're cast, they have little check, or they're ball bearings, as the kind of like little check valves inside of the carburetor that you cannot access. And what happens is they rust up, so they either get stuck or they won't seal right, and they, and then there's also a valve on top of the primer button that is, I guess that's known to fail as well. And that part alone is gonna set you back about 30 bucks. So there was one video in particular I was watching, and what this guy did is he went ahead and bought a cheapy carburetor off of Amazon, and that thing fired right off instantly, ran beautiful. Now when I watched that video was around 3 years old. So I commented on it and I said, hey, just by chance, is that carburetor still working? He said, yeah. He goes, I can't believe it. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing here today. I'm going to show you what's going on here. I have a aftermarket one that was purchased from Amazon. The customer went and picked it up and everything, and I'll show you it real quick. All right, what we have here, and I'm sorry if I'm not saying the name right, is a Stihl. This is called a carburetor kit. What we got a brand new carburetor. It comes with the Stihl style fuel line, brand new air filter, 2 brand new fuel filters, 2 primers, spark plug, and gaskets. As of right now, this kit right here sells for $14.95, I believe, on Amazon. This company also has an Amazon store. They do carry carburetors for other items as well. I haven't tried those yet, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm hoping this is the same success I've had. I put 3 of these carburetors on last year. All 3 of them right out of the box ran like $1 million. And also this past, when the season's just starting now, all 3 of them, I spoke with the customers, all 3 trimmers fired right up this year too. So, I mean, for 15 bucks, really? If you were to buy that carburetor from Stihl, the OEM carburetor, you're talking about 50, 60 bucks. And with today's gas, you can't trust any of this stuff. So I mean, this carburetor actually comes with some type of a 2-year warranty to it as well. Now, I've never actually looked into that. Well, I haven't had to, but I'm telling you right now, if I ran this thing for a season and it ran great, and the next year it wouldn't start up, I'd just go buy another one. I mean, because you can't beat this. Now, these parts, I'm sure, are not as quality as OEM, obviously, and that's fine. But I do know that they all work good. You know, all 3 trimmers I did are, that, like I said, they're still running fantastic. So, that's what we got going on. So you want to give me a minute, we're going to go ahead and get this thing ready to take apart, and we're going to switch this thing out, and we're going to make it run. All right, and we're back. I'm going to go ahead and take this thing apart real quick. You got 1 bolt here, 1 bolt here, and 1 bolt here. That's going to take your pull starter bolts off. Now, I normally wouldn't have to do this. I do this anyway. For one, I want to clean this thing up really good. And also, down here, there's the spark arrestor for the muffler. Thing's got a screen in it. We want to clean that out real quick. And also, for your carburetor, you got 2 bolts here. I'm going to go ahead and pop them real quick. So, I'm going to set you on the stand. We're going to pull that real quick. One thing I forgot to mention, these pull starter bolts, they're a T27 Torx bit. If you own a Stihl product, get yourself a T27. That's the most used bit on this machine. Everything, they're all over the place on this one. So let's go ahead and get this thing apart. Hopefully that'll show everything. I mean, I can't guarantee it, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pop this pull starter off of here. Do it for that. Yep, yes it will. Alright, there's that. That pull starter remover your gas tank's gonna swing right out of there. But we gotta pop the carburetor off, that way we can get to it a little easier. These are 8mm, 5/16, whatever you want to call it. Go ahead and pop them off of there. Go. Of course, that one was supposed to stop on, but that's alright. The little breather plate comes off. The pull starter. The carburetor actually comes in, so it's going to slide right off of these studs. And you have a little hook and barb type setup that's going to go ahead and pull out of there. There you go. There's your complete assembly off. What I have to do on this thing before we put it back together, I'm going to go ahead and clean everything up. I mean, this tank and everything's just grunged right up and everything. But we'll be back very shortly. We're going to clean this up. We're going to put it back together. We're going to fire it. So stick around. Hey everybody, my apologies. I kind of messed up. You know, I was filming the actual putting this thing back together. Unfortunately, I didn't hit the record button for some odd reason. I usually don't do that, but I messed up. Anyway, but you did see me take it apart, so you know, it's basically reverse insulation. Not a biggie. Anyway, so this thing's all back together. Well, let's see if this old Huzdle carb's what's gonna do for us. So we're gonna go ahead. What I do on these units, I'll put it on full choke. I prime it a few times, pull it. Once it fires, I drop it down to half choke and then let it run for a second like that, and then, you know, put it to full choke. So, no choke rather. So let's see what this thing's gonna do for us. Of course, you want to remember to take off your kill switch. There we go. Beat it. I am very happy with that. Another one out of the box, she's running like it should. Like I said, you can't beat that for the buck. So I'm gonna get this guy a call, tell him to come get his trimmer out of here. Up next, well, actually one of the videos, I got a 2020 Craftsman rider over here with a very, very unique problem, and we're gonna get into that. But I thank you for watching this video, and I hope you guys are having a great day. As you can see here in Kentucky, it is actually beautiful today. So we're gonna start filming for the next one. So have it good. Thank you.